Hi, this is Pete with Wrap My Spyder. Today we're going to show you a quick application video of our new tri-wing stripe on the tour top case for the Can-Am Spyder. This top case comes standard on the Spyder F3 Limited as well as the 2020 and up Spyder RT Limited. So the stripe will work on both models. Top case is the same. So this is a stripe that we also created a frunk stripe for the 20 RT, so you can have a matching theme front and back, and we thought we would do a short video to just run by some basic application tips based on installing this on your top case. So to get started, you want to make sure that your surface is prepped correctly. As always, we're recommending the 70% rubbing alcohol and kitchen paper towel. You can find this in most stores, just a bottle of 70% rubbing alcohol, paper towel. Of course, you're going to wipe your surface down where the stripes are going to go. We've already done that in advance. Alignment on this particular stripe is a little touchy, so that's why we have both pieces taped in place. Basically, when you align this stripe, you're going to want to find the center of the BRP emblem, and that's where these two notches come together. You can also use the center of the keyhole down below to make sure that you're basically right in the middle of the panel. Now for alignment on this, there's a body line on the center of the top case that we're going to have you align between the two stripes right here. So you're going to use that for alignment purposes when you're doing install on both sides. So if you have it taped into place and you have center, and then once you get center, you can align side to side to make sure that your gap is following right in between the larger stripe and this center stripe. And if both of them are falling in the same place, then you should be good to go as far as application is concerned. So before you start your install, we always recommend the tape test, sticking masking tape to the surface of the top case, trying to pull it off. You can hear a nice stick, so that certainly tells us that we're ready to apply. And of course, good surface prep and proper application temperature, 65 degrees or above, is the key to a long-term, long-lasting durability of your stripe. So we have it all in position. We're ready to start our install. A lot of times we just do a second piece of tape just as insurance, make sure it doesn't move on us. And you can see on this one I have my hinge kind of low, and you'll see why when we start our install, why we started low. And it's primarily because this body line gets a little heavier, a little more dip as we get more forward towards the seat. So to help us with the install, keep your hinge towards the back. So let's start on this side first. And we're going to peel back the stripe. Of course, this is the adhesive side of the stripe. This is the paper backing. The transfer tape is keeping everything together and where it needs to be for proper alignment. Once you peel back the paper and you cut it off, then we're going to use that body line that we talked about as our guide. So we're putting tension forward on the stripe. You could even use two hands and align the body line on the top case right between the two stripes. So that's where it's at. You can see I'm holding this outer tip here in the air still. And so from there we're going to start in the middle and we're going to squeegee the top two stripes into position. Now with the wider one, this is a little bit trickier, but it's not ridiculously complicated. So when you squeegee this wider stripe, I'm holding it up in the air still. You're going to start way down here at the hinge, and you're going to work from the edge, that edge that this stripe is on, down and out. Okay, kind of a sweeping motion as you work forward. And you're laying the stripe down into position. Now we're using, in most cases, most colors, wrapping film, so that does help. as far as installation is concerned. Now I'm going to tell you from here, if you want, you have the ability, you can continue to squeegee, or what you can do, because you've installed these two stripes, is when you get to about here, you can pick the transfer tape up, bring it back, and then start again, keeping your gap, if you feel the need to do that. If you want to, you can eliminate your transfer tape by peeling it off from the top and work with the raw material the last inch or so. So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you. So here we're eliminating the top transfer tape. This is the raw material. In most cases, you're going to be able to pick the film up just like I did. Then you just take your squeegee and squeegee it right back into place, right along that ridge. Again, you're always from the middle out, the middle down. Now, if you do decide you're going to work with the raw material, be careful not to overstretch it, especially if you're installing in really warm temperatures. So just put enough pressure on it to keep it tight, but don't pull it super hard. Okay, so half the stripes down, we're looking good. Awesome material to work with, this automotive wrapping film that we're using. Kind of overkill for this, but we want you to have good success. And with the air release technology that's built into this, you're not going to get air bubbles. It is repositionable, as you just saw. We were able to pick it back up and lay it down. Those are all beneficial factors to giving you confidence that you're going to have a successful install. So now on the back half, pretty much flat surface. So again, you're going to work the remainder down. Now you have this little leg here, and you can pretty much let it fall into place. And then peel that transfer tape. Of course, when you're peeling transfer tape, back on top of itself and carefully down the outside. Okay, so that's one side. Let's come over here to the other side, and basically we're going to repeat the same process. And again, because it's taped into position, they should fall equally. You want to be mindful of it, but because you have your tape there, they're going to fall where they need to fall typically. And you can finesse it and guide it. If you have to, you can even separate the three stripes carefully with a razor blade if you wanted to, if for some reason it wasn't tracking the way you want it to. All right, so same again. We're putting tension on it, a little bit of tension this way, forward of the bike, and we're aligning with that body line. Same thing. So we're running up the edge. Again, you're going to squeegee the two stripes into place, and then we're going to work from where our hinge is down this ridge to the outside. You can even come across the top of the ridge like that, and then once you get the first pass across the top of the ridge, then you can kind of work down into place the rest of the way. So you've got half of it on. Repeat the same process, eliminating transfer tape, exposing the adhesive, get rid of the paper, and again, we're just squeegeeing it down, letting it fall into place. Move to the other side. Like I said, it should fall where it needs to go, but we'll just look at it. So if you have to, let me squeegee this. And this is kind of good because you can see what the material is all about. We'll just pull that transfer tape there. We're going to pick it up. Look at it here. See how you can use your hand to let it fall into place too. That's pretty cool. All right. And then peel off the transfer tape, the remainder of it, to expose the rest of the decal. And there you have. So this is the tri-wing Can-Am Spyder top tour case racing stripe. See if we can move you over without. And again, we have the matching front stripe for this. So you can basically have the same theme front and back, same matching stripe, which is kind of cool. And we've been trying to do that with all of our frunk stripes for the F3 as well as the new RT. And that kind of gives you an idea of what the stripe looks like. Now you have a video to show you how to do proper application. So we certainly appreciate you taking time to watch this application video. It shows you some techniques using our material. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at sales@wrapmyspyder.com or feel free to give us a call. You're going to see a lot of products for the top tour case coming about as far as paint protection, scratch protection, as well as more racing stripes like this. So this is Pete with wrapmyspyder.com. We sure appreciate you taking the time to consider this video as well as our products for the Can-Am Spyders.